Hi guys, it's Vintage Dreamer, and I'm here with Colby, my tropical pup, and Rascal, my Mohawk puppy, and I'm here to ask you, what is your KinzTuber story? Because I feel like I never get to hear this, and so what I mean by your KinzTuber story is, how did you start hearing about Webkins? How did you start knowing about KinzTube and stuff like that? So yeah. So So I'm gonna tell my KinzTuber story, and then down in the comments you can tell me what your KinzTuber story is. Yay! And then I can read all these fabulous stories about how and when you guys started KinzTube. Yay! So I'm pretty recent, so I don't really expect to get a lot of stories, but maybe over time my channel will get a lot of stories and you guys can read each other's stories. So I thought this would be a fun idea. So yeah, I'll tell my KinzTuber story first, and then you guys can fill in with yours in the comments. It can be as long and as short as you like. So here we go. So my KinzTuber story starts in a thrift store because I am a stuffed animal collector. And so I don't just collect Webkins, I collect just about every stuffed animal you can think of. So I have horses, I have dogs. I mostly have dogs because I love dogs. I probably have over 100 dogs. But I counted my stuffed animals recently. I have about 400. Actually, I had about 500 and then I gave away 100 as a challenge to myself. So I have about 5 left to give away, and they're set aside. They just need to be given away. They're just a little bit big, so they're kind of harder to give away because they're larger, and I'm just picking random new owners for stuffed animals, like little kids that I know, and giving them new stuffed animals because I don't like donating them to a thrift store and then never knowing where they end up. But I love going to thrift stores. So my KinzTuber story starts in a thrift store. I was in a thrift store. I was getting stuffed animals. I got about 5 stuffed animals at a thrift store, and so yeah, I don't spend like a whole bunch of money on my stuffed animals. I usually get them used at a thrift store, and sometimes I get them new, but like Colby, I got her used in a lot on eBay. I love lots because that makes them cheaper. Yeah. So yeah. And so, the only bad thing about lots is sometimes you get doubles and you're like, no, I don't want 2 of this animal. I only want 1. And so, yeah, which is me. I don't really like double things unless it's double Cocker Spaniels. I have like 8 Cocker Spaniels. I love a Cocker Spaniel, and I think I might get another one. So I love Cocker Spaniels, yay! But, back to the point. Yeah, so my KinzTuber story starts in a thrift store. I was getting Webkins, and I wasn't looking for Webkins, I was looking for stuffed animals. But the stuffed animals I found were, I don't remember all of them, but one of them was a Webkins mountain goat, and another one of them was a Cocker Spaniel. And I don't go to thrift stores often, but when I do, I get stuffed animals. So I got like 5 stuffed animals every year or so when I went to a thrift store, because I didn't go very often. I only got to go like once a year. And then last year I got to go pretty often, but this was several years ago. This was like 2013, and I brought my stuffed animals home from a thrift store. I looked at the bottom of them, of their feet, and I said, well, 3 of these stuffed animals that I just got have W on their foot. What does that mean? Because I picked them, like, if I like them, if I like their look, if they look realistic, if they're beautiful, kind of thing. So I didn't pick them from the brand, I just picked them. And so I'm sitting there going, I picked 3 stuffed animals out of 5 with a W on their foot, and this is not the first time I've picked one with a W. So I'm like, I know that means Webkinz, but maybe I should check out Webkinz a little bit more, since this is a good brand, it seems like. So I went online and I searched. One night I searched for Webkinz, and I looked at them, and I was like, I like mostly all of these. So the realistic dogs are really pretty, and they're a good price. Most of them, not the signatures, but I didn't know about signatures yet. So I was like, oh, okay. So I can get Webkinz, and they're a good brand, they're a good realistic brand to aspire to. So I went to, next time when I went to a thrift store, which was a while later, I looked for, specifically for Webkinz, and actually I found a Webkinz Hippo and a Webkinz Amazing Hamster, which I don't have anymore. I don't have either of them anymore. I gave them away, but I traded my Amazing Hamster for something else. And I gave my Hippo to a good friend, but yeah. So that's what I found. I was like, okay, I'm gonna collect all the Webkinz. So then I went online and I looked up how many Webkinz there were, and I never found a definite number, but I found a list of all of them. And I basically said, you know what? Just kidding. I'm not gonna collect all the Webkinz. That's a lot of stuffed animals. And that's ridiculous. And I don't like half of them. So I just decided, okay, I'm gonna collect all the ones that I really like. So that's how I started collecting Webkinz. And now I have like a whopping 111 or something like that. I don't know, I lost count, something around there. Because I had 112, and then I gave away 3, and then I got 2, and then I'm like, wait, how many do I have? So I think it's like 111 or 110 or something. I'm gonna have to count again. But they're all semi-organized now, so it'll be easier to count than it was before. So yeah, that's how I found Webkinz. And then I found out that lots were cheaper, so I bought like 2 lots on eBay, but I've never bought more than that. I think I might buy another one recently, or not recently, I think I might buy another one soon, though, because I like it. Unless someone buys it before me, obviously. So, yeah. So yeah, that is my Webkinz story. And then, just recently, like, just this summer, I found out that, like, it's a thing. Like, people get on YouTube and, like, party with their Webkinz. And, like, do collection videos, and do all these things that I had ideas for. I was like, I wish we could kind of do this stuff. But I thought I was weird because I was, like, the only one with stuffed animals. And don't get me wrong, I'm weird. But that's not why. So, yeah, I just thought that was why. But, no, I'm actually not weird because I have stuffed animals. I'm actually semi-normal because other people also have stuffed animal Webkinz and also collect them. So, yeah. So then, I was like, I'm gonna start doing that and see if I can have a KinzTube account too. And I might change my YouTube name to SilverKinz. I don't know yet. I don't know. Because it's Vintage Dreamer right now. And I don't know if I'll want to change it again. But I like Vintage Dreamer a lot, so I think I'm just going to keep it for now. But yeah, I'm a KinzTuber now, and that is my story. Now you guys can tell yours. sorry, mine was kind of long. But I think you guys are gonna tell some fabulous stories. I'm excited to hear them. Bye.